Hey guys, this is 26 minutes. Okay, I should be done talking in that amount of time. Hey, you could hear that freaking shit. That bar is open across the street, man. Like, come on. Like today, I went to the DMV and that's just closed. They actually have a guy standing up there to tell everybody that it's closed until the 7th of July. Their customer service lines are dead. They're like disconnected. So everyone ends up going over there. We had to stand on a long line just for the dude to be like, "Oh, it's not open." You serious? Like the only thing they opened for was inspections, and that took at least, from what I heard, 30 minutes to 2 hours just to, because they've been behind 3 months in inspections. It's really a mess here, and it doesn't make any sense. And I'm like, whoa, this is the Twilight Zone, guys. Everything else is open. Fucking bars open. Like, that's the last thing you want to open. The last. Ooh, someone put this nicely. That's it. Alright, anyway, so this, my main point of the video is not that. It was to talk about my brother that I already look at my other videos. Please go back in time and take a look at them, and you'll see that there was a big fallout and it was pretty bad. So I'm not gonna go through it again and talk about it. It's very hard to talk about. It wasn't really normal to deal with that. And so a few months later after that happened, I happened to see him, because unfortunately I'm still in this fucking town. I'm still in this damn town that I have to see and deal with them. It's tiny, this place. Okay, and I gotta get out of here for that reason. To get away from all of them. And so yeah, he apologized to me like 3 months later, and I'm like, yeah, sure, I accept your apology. And I was just like, fuck this, I ain't talking to them. I'm still not gonna. But then I ended up getting my son back, and he kept asking, like, he wanted to go to his grandmother's house and all that, and I fucked up by letting him do that. So I had to associate with them again, but I don't want to. So, I already have this resentment that I have to do that, because I already lost all respect for this person. I don't care who they are, if they're blood or not, because I'm not allowing disrespect towards myself or anyone of my family. My family isn't my kids. That's what I consider family. Then there's gonna be problems. So I don't trust him anyway with my son. I think he picked up a lot of bad habits from the piece of shit stepfather that we had to be raised by. Mostly him, because I'm older and I wasn't raised completely by him. So I have some sense, in me. But so he acts just like him, and I noticed before that my son is there's mosquitoes now. Okay, so that my son is actually scared of him, it looked like. So I always kept eye on him, because I don't trust him at all. And then he said something to my son today. I'm like, no, actually he doesn't have to do that. And I went against what he said, and then immediately told me to leave the house. Not only did he say leave the house, he said leave my house, but you don't got no house. He's another fucking person that don't got nothing. Okay? How do you have the audacity, man? That's not his house. That's his mother's house. And it's not even her house. Actually, it's not even her house, man. If you live on the Section 8 program, you don't own houses. Fuck out of here. I'm sorry, I don't respect that program very much. And it just enables people to stay down, so I do agree with the Republican side on that. I really do. So I'm not a Democrat or a Republican. I'm independent, so makes sense. That's exactly what she did with it. She used it to her advantage and misused it, abused it, And she doesn't want any of those people. I can't even say kids because they're not kids anymore. They're in their 20s. She doesn't want any one of them to leave because of then she'll lose her program and stuff. Like, that's real nice, right? That's one of the abusers of the system, right? That's an example I'm giving you right now. So, so yeah. So it's nobody's house, right? Nobody can claim it. But that's what he said. I'm like, well, it's not your house. Yeah. So I'm like, nah, I'm leaving. This is ridiculous. I ain't coming back. Like I told you before, I ain't standing for nothing no more. I don't like disrespect. And I'm older. I'm even older than him, and he's disrespecting me. No thanks. No thanks. Thanks, but no thanks. Alright, so it's not my fault that he don't got nothing together in his life. And can't move out on his own, can't even rent, doesn't know how to rent something. I've offered to help rent him something, a place, and no. And then there was even an offer to rent together, which thank God I didn't go through with before. These were months ago. But I already started losing the respect little by little, and then permanently once he did that big blowout with me. So actually I have some kind of hatred now towards him. It's just really sad because I didn't want it to come to that, you know? Because I already lost quite a few family in my life. I didn't want to lose that, but I had to, and I will. So, and that was that. Like, that's not normal, you know? And he just has this weird, like, it's been getting worse and worse throughout the years, I noticed. You know, he just has this weird look on his face all the time, and just kind of like a miserable look to him, and kind of monotone, you know. I mean, he was always like that, but there was some times in his life that he wasn't like that. He would joke around a lot. He'd play music. He would play the organ, you know, the piano organ. Not accordion, wow. Accordion, no. But he would play that. But what happened throughout the years is little by little, the narcissist of the hell of a mother, or whatever that thing is, the black hole of nothingness, created losses and took away all of that, you know, like the originality of who he was. And he wanted to be this is what he wanted to be originally, a director. This is really sad, and I don't want to talk about it because it's so sad, but he wanted to be a director originally, and he was a lot different when he was younger, carefree, and we would joke around. We got along with so well, and the only thing that changed is that I went off onto my own life, you know, had my own marriage and had my kids and all that, and they just remain with this fucking monster because the monster has to feed off of them all and use them for the Section 8, and also you know, just in general, just to use them for their energy, also to erase their identities. And pretty sure all of my siblings are quite more like towards him more, because I just kept having more and more fallouts, which made no sense, you know? And they weren't like that. Like one of my sisters, she was real skinny and stuff, and she just kind of blew up over the past 5 years or so. I mean, really made a big difference. So yeah, he wanted to be a director, and he also played music. He used to have like a YouTube channel where he would play the piano, and he's being authentic, because what I come from is a background of talent. But I'm not saying he's the only one that was affected. Well, obviously they all were affected, like I'm saying, from being their original selves. And me as well, because I'm also musically inclined, since I was young. And also, right, I have quite a few talents, but the thing with me is I hold on to that, like, for dear life. I hold on to the little bits of me that is real and authentic and true, and that's what helps me go on and move forward and do whatever I gotta do in life, because I know who I am, right? I was just never supported. None of them were supported. I was never supported, and that stuff goes away. You have a big job ahead of you. Sorry, if you're a parent, it's very, very important to not mess it up in any way. And if you do, correct yourself. No, this person. Not only that, like, he can't do anything without her tagging along. It's terrible. It's abnormal. All of them have cars, but all their cars are insured under her name. She doesn't have a car at all. She just bums a ride with my siblings. Like, this is embarrassing to talk that my own parent is this way. I don't respect that. Like, you're not supposed to do that shit. Like, that has big consequences when you treat your kids a certain way and against their will to change their whole personality and way of being, and restrict them and talk down to them because she talks down to them. These people are running away. I mean, they're running free, allowed to do this shit, and there's no justice for us. This is the year of justice. Well, I want justice for my family and others that were cheated out of their lives. Okay, that's why I think so strongly of this community. And I'm getting bit by mosquitoes. I kind of put myself into this because I know, being by the water, when it comes sundown, mosquitoes are out. So, and also sharks. If you try to swim in the beach or something, you gotta watch out for sharks, like a sundown and sunrise. Anyway, never mind. I'm going off topic, but so I just noticed that, like, and just. And then she has the nerve to, like, kind of, like, put me in a bad way, like, make me look bad, as in, don't look over here, it's her, it's always her, and that's what she always puts the blame on me. It's kind of obvious, that they argue with her all the time and they still don't recognize it, or they're trapped. I feel they are trapped. And my brother, actually, he completed college, community college, and he also completed university. So he's educated, but it doesn't seem like he is. Like, I feel like I know more than he does about surviving life. Really. Like, you can be book smart and really just, it's not gonna help you in life, really. And a lot of these universities are they just try to take your money. So anyway, but I still think that it's important to get a official education like that at a college or university. But still, anyway, so, and then he still doesn't have a job. I mean, he has a job, but it's like a no way, dead end kind of job. So even with the degree, you can't find a job? What? It's really disgusting. Like, how do you spend 4 years, 5, 6 years in college and not know what you want to do in life. Does that sound weird to anybody? What is that? A mental illness? Yeah, it is. It has to be. Because common sense would tell you, talk to your counselor and decide what you want to do and work towards that. Or take the proper courses towards that. But you know what? He didn't want to be there, apparently. Like I said, he wanted to do more of a directing kind of thing. And he didn't go to school for that. They didn't offer that. They didn't even offer that, see? And this idiot piece of shit mother of mine was probably pushing on him all these schools that he must go to and attend. Oh, you must attend this school because that's what I would want. You know, she did that to me. I originally wanted to start my modeling career when I was 17, and ooh, that's a beautiful sunset. I don't think anyone really could see it. Well, with the sunglasses, it looks a lot oranger. Anyway, so she's like, no, you're going to college because if you do that, you're gonna be all over the country and you won't be able to go to school, and it'll mess with your school. Is so important, you know, because that's what she wanted, because she didn't get to complete college. And this is how I know this bitch is sorry. I'm so mad. That's how I know that she's a narcissist, you know. There's so many things that I've noticed. So I didn't want to go to college. I mean, I wanted to go to college, but not really, you know, like I wanted to go for my modeling. I wanted to go into modeling because what happened was I was working at like a telemarketing place in the city, and at that time I got discovered by an agent, I guess you can say. So, and this was when I was younger and thin. I was very skinny then, okay? So don't say I'm fat or whatever, leave a stupid comment. She just embarrassed me in the agency and stuff, and I completely broke down. And then I knew I had to apply for the school that she wanted me to go to, and I ended up going to that college, which is a university actually. And it's not good well advised to go straight from high school into a university. It's better to like learn the ropes and go into community college and then transfer. So, and that's what I advise my brother and sisters also to do that. And thank God they took that advice, because they became, you know, successful and you know, passing and all that. My brother already passed everything, so it worked for him. My sisters are still in college. Anyway, but so, and it is my fault also, because like I said, I was in an abusive home and I had to get away from my stepfather and her. And you know, at the time I didn't feel my mother was as abusive as a stepfather, but as in comparison, but she actually is even worse. So, you know, I went to college, and then I started flunking all my classes. I didn't really want to be there. It was very difficult. It was a high-end university. It was one of the top-notch universities, but it was very hard for me. So I flunked out, and I signed myself out of the college. And then I went off with my boyfriend, which was the worst idea to ever do. It's one of the worst things I ever really decided on doing. But again, I didn't have much choice. It was either stay with my mom, and that abusive household I was in, and try to manage to push through college, which I didn't even want to be in anyway. And I had no support for modeling or anything else I would want to do. So that would have been hell. Or, you know, this guy just happened to come at the right time, you know, knight in shining armor or whatever. That's how you find the covert narcissist. You go from the grandiose to the covert. Real easy. So I was like perfect prey at that point in my life. A very young 17. And, sorry. It's okay, I got out of it alive, I guess. But I didn't really produce much in my life because of it. My life revolved around my relationship. And because of such a bond that I had with him, the trauma bond, now I figured out that's what it was. And had the 2 kids, so it's still never gonna end for me. But please listen to what my stories are, and hopefully you learn something from this and not fall into the same traps as I have, and have a lifetime full of regrets and sadness, you know. But so I was hoping at least one of my family members would make it out of there decent, but it looks like they're not. I mean, my sister maybe, but I think my sister, the one that I do talk to in that household, is more of like a codependent, you know? That's what it looks like to me. Wow, I'm getting bit